The Tanegashima precinct. Not by any means a bustling hub of officials and investigators coming in and out through the day, but a humble shack that services what the Iceland need from the police force. Due to its lack of vivid activity, the detectives and other officers often revel here in the peace when taking breaks. Today, however, is no such day. I walk up the road to the police center. Even for a short distance, I wouldn't really blame anyone for missing it completely. The Tanegashima precinct. It always catches me off guard when I remember how small it really is. I walk up the small porch to the door and knock on it. A few seconds pass, but there didn't seem to be any response. Huh. I knock again. This yielded the same result. Frustratingly, it also did on the third try, and the fourth. For real? I find it really hard to believe there's nobody inside. Stepping off the porch, I look around. Maybe I'll find someone by looking through the window. I walk up to it and press my cheek up against the dirty glass. Really? Sure enough, I couldn't see anyone inside, not even a clerk at the reception desk. I mean, okay, think about it. It's a Monday. Maybe everybody partied too hard on the weekend and nobody showed? Or maybe they all are looking for Suki! That's definitely it. I mean, that's definitely not it, but I'll have hope. God knows I need it in this kind of situation. I walk back up on the porch and look at the door again. Well, the sign says they are still open, so I guess they expect me to just try the door. I twist the rusted handle on the door, and sure enough, it opened without any trouble at all. Fair enough. Well, not like there's much you standing around here. In I go. Just as I saw through the window, there wasn't a soul to be found in the reception area. It really is a no-show here. But the moment I said that, I noticed a detective down the hall. I waved to her and she looked up from her paper she was scanning. Oh, you! Hey, excuse me. Is there anyone I can talk to follow up on a missing person report? God, I hate acting like this. Staying strong and formal is far my strong suit, but I don't exactly think it's a super good idea to be on the bad side of the police. The detective, who isn't even in any kind of uniform, points to a cubicle in the back of the hall and walks off. Oh, thank you. I walk down the hall and peek around the corner of the cubicle. Sitting down behind it is a woman in the coat, writing something down on a notepad as she looks at one of her screens. Hey, Miss Detective, are you free at the moment? I have a few questions I would like to ask about, this report I've filed. I have it in my binder here somewhere. Shit, where do I actually put the damn thing? I started scrambling through my file desperately. The detective looked up from the screen. She seems a bit confused. Hey, I don't think you can just... Ah, found it! I pulled a piece of paper out of the binder and handed it to her. Here we are! I got the details in this for if you need to like look up or something, or I can give you her name or something. The detective sighed and looked at me disapprovingly. Save it. You hear about Suki, right? Not many missing person reports around here, so this is the first one in a couple weeks. Yes, Suki Tasugaye. That's her. What's the report? Nothing since we opened the investigation. I frowned. Nothing? It's been a whole day! You have to have found at least something. It's been less than a day. A girl goes missing and you expect her to mobilize our entire force to find her? We barely have any resource as it is. I mean, I don't want you to do that. I just thought you might have some progress or something. I don't know. The detective sighs again. Well, we haven't. We'll let you know if we find her. Until then, why didn't you try to take your mind off it? I understand that it is stressful. Oh, for the love of... Despite her effort to calm me down, she was clearly unaware of the inverse effect it was having. Okay, fine then. I'll do it myself. I'll find her, and I prove to you that you can do better. This year, another sigh from the detective. Listen, I understand your worries, but if you go and break any laws or get yourself into danger, we aren't going to protect you because of an emotional outburst. The last thing we want is you find your sister and had to tell her we had to lock you up, understand? Before the detective was even finished with her sentence, however, I was already on my way out to the door. Jeez, what a piece of work. Once I got back outside, I sat down on the porch and tried to calm myself down. Not sure much avail. I soon messaged Allison and let her know how it went. God damn it! Did it not go well? Yeah, I'd say so. They have nothing! Literally jack shit! Well, it's only been a day or so. Man, I guess, but like, that's a whole last day worth of opportunity for her to kick the bucket somehow. Sad, what you planning to do? Is that even a question? I'm finding her, since obviously they aren't. I really don't think that's the best idea. Come on, it takes like no time at all. At least help me hang up some missing poster of her or something. I'm willing to help you do that, but I don't want you to get involved in anything further than that, okay? Suki needs her sister to come home too. Yeah, I get it. I'll be fine. I'm gonna go to the park. Can you meet me there? Yes, I can. I'm nearby actually. I will see you there, okay? Until then, try to stay calm. Oh, I am calm. Seriously, you never see anyone as calm as I am right now. The park is still a good bit away, but I am not walking that distance in this weather. When does the next bus come? I check on my phone. 10 minutes at the nearest stop. Thank God. I put away my phone, got up the prison porch, and started walking towards the bus stop. The Tanegashima Park, a humble but popular attraction on the island for the local to stop by and hang out on a particularly sunny day. Once I got there, I went and stood in the northeast corner of it, next to the modest garden. Alice will be here in like 5 minutes, so I'm probably good to sit down for a bit. I waited for a few minutes, looked around. A gardener volunteer is tending to the flowers in the garden boxes, but I'm not paying much attention to that. Some kids are playing and shouting on the playground in annoyingly loud voices, which I guess makes sense considering that is a playground, but I still wish I didn't have to hear it. Eventually, my patience started running thin. What the hell is she? It's been like 10 minutes. It can't take her that long. She said they were nearby, right? She hasn't texted Mac in a while. Should I? Hey. Oh my god! Hi! Hello! Sorry, you scared me. Allison laughed sheepishly. Was it really that funny? Sorry, yeah, I got help on my way there. Yeah, it's okay. Let me just, God damn it, not again! I put my backpack on the bench and rummaged through it. Ah, damn it! Shit! Hang on! Just a minute! Hold on! Spreadsheet in a binder? That is certainly a change. Hey! I can be organized when it's important! There we go. I find the sheet I was looking for and put it out the binder. Anyway, this is where we are. See if it's at 10 and she doesn't come back. 10 is the usual time to leave, but she's usually back at 9 PM at the latest. What else did you know? What do you mean? Have you contacted her workplace and wrote down what everyone said what happened on the 22nd? I frowned. Saturday, how did you fill up a binder operating on so little information? And besides, are you sure this is a good idea? It seems like... At that moment, however, I noticed something out of the corner of my eye and looked opposite of Allison. Hold that thought! Look over there! Is that Kotomi? Allison sighed. Saturday, I rather you just didn't brush off my... I ran across the park, waving my arm to try to get Kotomi's attention. Kotomi! I felt a little bad for leaving Allison back there, but I heard other footsteps that indicated she was following me anyway. It's probably all good. I hope. Allison and I caught up with Kotomi in no time. She looked surprised to see us. Saturday? And Allison too. What are you two doing here? Did you hear about Suki? Just that she went missing. I saw a few of your messages in the group chat. Yeah, and Saturday has this idea to try and investigate it herself or something. I turned around and gave Allison a frustrated look. Yes, I do. The police clearly just don't give a shit. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they secretly had something to do with it. Alison gave me her own frustrated look back. Probably shouldn't have said that last part. You're just saying things now and you know it. Kotomi seemed to find this banter amusing though and chuckles. It's not a bad idea to do a little digging yourself, to be fair. Alison looked at Kotomi with an almost tired expression. You think so? Yeah, I do. It could be fun, honestly. And it's not like Saturday is gonna be able to focus on anything else. That's what I'm saying! Alison doesn't seem to share my feelings on the matter though. Fun? It's not safe! I can't think of any hypothetical universe where it would be safe. We have police for a reason, you know, and I want to see you two get hurt. Ali, you know how Saturday is. The best thing you can do here is be there to protect her. No, I am not, in fact, going to do that. Because we are not investigating. Neither of you are listening to me here at all. Come on, Ali. Come on. For the love of God, please. You know I hate it when you do this. Shit. Ow. Are you done? Alison sighed and shot me a defeated glance. Fine, fine, fine. But we are not doing anything illegal. You're going to promise me that right now. It's settled. When are we investigating? Saturday. What? I say it's settled. Saturday, Tatsogare. Despite her reserved nature, Alison was just as stubborn as I. There was no getting out of promising to do exactly as she wanted when she was like this. Fine, fine, fine. I promise. Are you happy? No, but it's the best coming to get out of you. So, where are we going first? Her place of work is probably a good place to start. They have seen her last, so it's likely that they will give us information as to when exactly she disappeared. That is, assuming she even showed up for work at all. Wait, you coming along too? I have literally nothing to do. And besides, this was my idea. If I didn't come along and either of you got hurt, I'd never forgive myself. Well, I'm glad to have another eye to look out for dangerous situation at least. Saturday, where does the sister work? I don't think I ever even knew. She was at the geology place, I think. You know, rock stuff. I have the address on my phone. Then we better get going. The bus only loops around once per hour and that's on the other side of Tanegashima, near my place. Rightio! Let's get a move on, folks! I marched out energetically towards the bus stop outside the park. Kotomi follows at a brisk pace, but Alison lags behind a bit. I wonder what's got her all down in the dumps. Hopefully she feels better soon. By the time we reached the geology museum, Alison seemed to have perked up a bit. At least I'm guessing that from her walking in front of Kotomi and I. It looks like there's something going on. I don't think there would normally be police officer outside the doorway. Suddenly, I noticed something. Hey, wait! That woman talking to the police officer, that's that detective that brushed me off! Wait, her? Saturday, that's... I start running up the road, inclined to the entrance. Kotomi and Alison's voices get quieter behind me. Hey, wait, you can just run up to... By the time I reach the entrance, the detective seemed to have already noticed me, and doesn't look very happy about it. You! Don't think I have forgotten how you completely brushed me aside when I came and asked for progresses! How dare you have the gall to turn around and investigate? What made you suddenly care so much? The detective does not answer. She just keeps looking at me. What? Are you bugging my phone or something? What? Are you bugging my phone or something? As soon as I say we should investigate here, you appear before us so you can take all the credit? Do you even care about saving her? Or are you just doing this so you can get a raise for cracking open the case or whatever? Saturday, enough. I hardly think that investigating her workplace is a novel idea. Then why is she just doing this now? I had to get a permit. I can't just investigate places without the legal authority. That's a process. So bureaucracy is more important than my sister? If I don't want myself and my team to land in prison and leave no one left to investigate? Yes. Saturday, if you are done, can you please stop harassing my sister? What? Wait, for real? I look over at Kotomi, shocked and also completely unaware of how to respond. What? What's that look for? What is it? I turn back to the detective. and only just then noticed her name tag. Oh, you are Eri Nichiposu, Kotomi's sister. Jesus Christ, Saturday! How did you not figure that out sooner? Holy hell, you honorable friend! Kotomi seemed just as shocked as mine, not knowing this information as I am learning it. Jesus Christ, Saturday! How did you not figure that out sooner? I thought about my sister and her lying over plenty of times. I know. I'm so sorry, Eri. This is it, and this is the current code. You already done it now, Saturday. Eri seems almost amused by this turn of events. I noticed her crack the world's smallest grin. Now, if you're done with this plot twist, I'm happy to let you accompany me inside if you remain calm. You may even have some valuable insights. Immediately, however, Eri's attitude gets me frustrated again. Why is it gonna be so irritating? Fine, but only if you let Alison and Kotomi come too. They're almost as slow at Tsuki as I am, and I think they noticed some stuff I wouldn't. That's alright with me. Come along inside. You can show me where exactly your sister works so that I can skip having to figure out who's inside would know. I walk inside, with Kotomi and Alison following me. Kotomi still seemed a bit shaken up by the fact that I may have inadvertently implied that I suspected her sister of being involved while at the park earlier. No, she surely understands that I just didn't know. Kotomi is like super mega understanding. Once inside Suki's office, Alison, Kotomi and I look around to see if anything felt unusual. We're done collecting fingerprints, but still, please try not to touch anything if possible. She said that, but I understood it to mean don't touch anything you don't need to do for the investigation. Which was fine by me. Okay, so this is her desk. It's got her computer, a bunch of rock stuff. I don't actually fully know what she does. She does something to do with environmentally friendly coal mining. I'm not sure about the specific beyond that. You need to ask an employee here. Is there anyone that your sister worked closely with? The only person I would have ever heard her mention was one specific co-worker that she relied on a lot when she was getting started. I think her name is Jade. I go see if she's on the call. I'll be back in a moment, okay? Kotomi leaves the room. Eri walks over and starts with the then be heard behind the desk. Do either of you know her computer password? Yeah, she used the same one for everything. Hold on, let me just... I lean down and type the password I remember into her laptop. Second shrine. There! The screen lights up and is cut from the dark, gloomy corporate lock screen to Suki's vibrant wallpaper. Got it! Eri sits down in Kotomi's chair and takes hold of her computer mouse, which bugs me a bit. But whatever, it's not like Suki's here. Let's see. It says here she arrived for work on the morning of the 22nd. It's 10:30 really in the morning? It's before noon, so I say so. Right, you couldn't call it afternoon, but it's not like it's what 8 or something. Morning is a bit leading, isn't it? So she arrived at like mid-morning then? She arrived for work in the mid-morning on the 22nd, and then clocked out for lunch at 1:35 and never came back. Just then, Kotomi's shape appears in the door again. So, Jade isn't on call right now, but I did get her on call. Kotomi holds up her cell phone. The room is filled with silence. Because cell phone on call. Freaking whatever, man. Introduce yourself, Jade. You have Jade. Hi, everyone. It's really rocks to be here with you all. If I hear one more godforsaken, come on, why so stone-faced all of a sudden? I am actually going to blow a fuse. Sorry, of course you will. I'll kill you! Addison leaps toward the door and tries to grab the phone. I haven't seen her despondent in a long time, but Addison really hates puns and stupid jokes. Like, not even in the grown and move on way. Luckily, Kotomi stops Addison and she moves back to where she was. Anyways, Jade, do you want to tell us about what you and Suki did for a living? Thank you! Oh my god! Oh, yeah. I am a transfer from the US branch of the Sunrise Foundation. Since Suki's research mostly applied to North America. What does the Sunrise Foundation even do? Well, I guess more specifically, what does Suki do for work? She works on cleaning up old coal strip mines while mitigating environmental harm. It's a surprisingly difficult job that not many people bother doing. Did she do anything out of the ordinary on the day of her disappearance? Come to think of it, she did. She checked her text while we were on lunch break and looked at some video. I asked her what was wrong, but she just shrugged it off. So you saw her after she clocked out? Yeah, we usually get lunch together. She told me not to wait up, and that she'd be right behind me after taking care of something. Last I saw her, she was typing something on her phone while I left the building. Do you know what she was testing? I saw a text notification pop up at one point out of the corner of my eye. It wasn't a safe contact on her phone. I didn't read Snoop and anything though, so that's all I know. Thank you. Your help is valuable. Is there anything else you feel would be relevant to the case? No, nothing comes to mind. I do want to say something though. Kotomi? Can you pass the phone to Saturday? Huh? Me? Sure thing, yeah. Kotomi walks over and gives me the phone. Saturday, I am so sorry all this is happening, and I'm here if you need to talk. I know we aren't super close, but I knew your sister pretty well, and, well, I just hope she's alright. And I can't begin to imagine what you are going through. I notice a potential tear making its way out of my eye, but I wipe it away before anyone else can notice. Not now, damn it! Not now! I keep it together though. Thank you, Jade. That means a lot. Kotomi, here. I give Kotomi back her phone. Kotomi smiles at me, but I don't really register it. Kotomi hangs up the phone. I don't think she's hiding anything. It's obvious that she cares about Suki a lot. Now all that's left is finding out what that video she was watching was. I turn back towards the desk. Alison is looking through the things on Suki's computer. I don't see anything out of the ordinary on her computer. This is all files about works and stuff. Nothing really pops out. Check her browsing history. There may be something there. If she was watching some weird video, there's a chance her browsing history syncs between her phone and her computer. I know a lot of modern cross-platform browsers do that. Huh. You may be onto something. There's a weird website here. shrinereport.xyz. Let me open this. Alison opened the site. I walk over and take a look. It's just a video? Nothing else? Seems to be. Let me look at the page short before I watch the video. Alison opened the page sort for the stream site. Sure enough, it seemed to be just a blank HTML page with nothing but a video in the center. Nothing outside of the tags or anything. Okay, play the video. Yeah, got it. After we left the Geology Museum, we went to Alison's house. We didn't end up finding anything else on the site of Suki's workplace. However, once we got to Ali's place, we just kind of sat there in silence for a while. So, any ideas? The others jumped a bit. Fair enough, I guess, since it's been at least half an hour since anyone's really said anything. Ideas about what? The video, stupid! This weird, cryptic ARG freaking thing that was on my sister's computer. I wasn't able to get a good look at it, and besides, I think this is the part where we leave things up to the professional investigators. I look at her frustratedly. I mean, okay, sure, but wouldn't there be a higher chance of success if there's more people trying to crack it? I can't technically argue with that, but I'm still overwhelmed with this feeling warning me not to get too far in over my head, and not to let you two either. We could probably just go back to the investigator with what we found. Knowing too far of our heads if we take that route, right? Yes, exactly my thinking! Thank you, Kotomi! I guess not. I'm still uneasy, but you do have a point. You say the URL to that site, right? Yeah, shrinereport.xyz. Here, you can use my laptop. Probably a good idea to see it on a bigger screen on the phone. True. Kotomi passed me her laptop. I typed in the page link and the video popped up. We watched it again and tried to pay closer attention this time. Once the video was done, I handed Kotomi back her laptop and she put it on her desk. The way I see it, we are working with a few possible sets of information here. And those are... the shrine footage, the number voice clip, and the sets of white and red pixels. Right. Personally, the number of voices and the pixel set are what jumped to me as holding some kind of code. I'm not entirely sure what we can get out of the shrine footage though, since it seemed to be just a loop. Hang on, I have an idea. It's possible they hit something from like one frame in the middle of it. Let me just... Gotomi opened the video editor and set the playback speed really low so that it would show each frame for longer. We sat there for about 5 minutes watching it go. Eventually, Gotomi did catch something. Aha! Not in the middle of it, but there's this weird symbol that showed up for one frame right at the very end. She selected a specific frame and sure enough, a bizarre symbol was visible on screen. Oh, weird. What is that even supposed to be? It's me. I made a quick guess of it though. I took one of the papers out of the binder that was in my bag and scribbled down a quick drawing of the symbol. That's a good plan. Addison, can you write down what numbers are being spoken in the voice section? Yeah, sure. Can you relay them back? Oh, do you need a piece of paper? Here, it's this one. I handed Addison my paper, and Kotomi replayed the video. Addison wrote down 1658-502732 and 2114-0924. Hang on, Ali. I noticed there's like more of a break between some of the numbers in the second voice section. Could you put a little dash or something to indicate that? Oh, good catch. Here, Addison. Let me replay that for you. Got it. Addison added some cute little dashes, resulting in the paper now saying 21-14-09-24. So 1658-502732 and 21-14-09-24. We had them written out, but I'm not exactly sure what to do with them from here. Addison gave me a smug sort of grin. Really, Saturday? I would have thought you all people would have figured at least one of these out. Isn't this kind of cryptic stuff right up there, Ali? Hey, cut me the break, Ali. I'm not a pig measure efficiency right now. Fair enough. Anyways, look at the second set of number. The one with the dashes. Anything about them jump up to you? Oh, I see what Allison's getting at. A1Z26, right? Yep, pretty much. They're probably letters. Oh my god, freaking duh! How the hell did I not? Don't sweat it. Anyway, let's figure this out. So, transferring number to letter. Got it! Unix. Yeah, Unix seems about right. Unix. So, Unix time is our lead here. I mean, I can't really think of much else that the word Unix could mean. My bet would be that one of these codes from either the voice number or the pixel sets is a Unix time code. Well, since we haven't exactly figured out the pixel sets yet, let's try seeing if the other number we got from the voice sample is a time code. Allison walked over to Kotomi's deck and opened the internet browser. She looked up at one of those Unix to timecode converters and typed 1658-502732 to it. And it sure is 12:12 a.m. on the 23rd of July this year, so 2 days ago. Aha! Bingo! That's gotta be it! It's too close to our current time to not be what that number getting at. I'm inclined to agree, but having a time code doesn't really give us much to go off of. Hey, I mean there's still the other thing that we haven't figured out yet. Those sets of white and red pixels. Yeah, can you pull those back up and pause the video on them? Oh, yeah. Here. I mean, okay, even this one I can almost figure it out. Oh, really? I'm actually more stumped on this one than the other. Do tell. I mean, look at it. It's just a set of different amount of pixels. So it'd probably be like 3126-218. Hold on though, what about the red line? Maybe it doesn't mean anything? No, it definitely means something. Look. Gotomi moves the playhead in the video editor forward a bunch to the second set of pixels. See? The red line is between some of them this time. I have a hard time believing it's just a red herring. I mean, it would be a red herring. Addison let out one of the biggest sighs I have ever heard in my entire life. Oh, Saturday, that's a stretch, even for you, and you know it. Hey, I was mumbling that under my breath, so you couldn't hear it. Besides, it's not as bad as some of those rock puns. What if it's a zero? What makes you think it's a zero? I mean, look at where it is in the first one. It's the first one in line, so maybe it's there to signify a zero so that we know that the first digit is a zero. Look, if it wasn't there, you would think it's like 3126-218 like you said, but maybe it's actually 03126218. And they couldn't get that across if they just left it blank because you would assume it started at 3. Hey, well done! I think you're right. Look at you go! It's all an victory, dear Saturday. That was not an invitation to make a Sherlock joke. Too bad! So, applying this logic, we have 03126218 from the first set. Kotomi, Fast forward. Yeah. And then the second set would be 13091655. So 03126218 and 13091655. Are these more unique codes? Damn it, they're way shorter. You can try anyway though. Hold on, no need. I can say with confidence they aren't. There would be no reason for them to highlight the zero otherwise. They could just write 31262218. True, but if it's drawing that, then I'm drawing a blank. Alison, you got an idea? Well, it's a bit of a stretch, but if the other codes represented in based in time, could these be based in physical space, like some kind of coordinates? Yeah, the feeling I'm getting is that they are somehow latitude and longitude, or something. But there's no decimal. Maybe we have to add it ourselves. Look, a diagram comes up with the numbers and Kotomi puts the decimal at the 4 character spot. If you do this like this, the reasoning for highlighting the zero becomes clear, see? Ah, I see it. So it's 31.26218 latitude and 130.91655 longitude, or the other way around. Can be the other way around. Latitude doesn't go as high as 130, so it has to be the first way. Kotomi, if you will. On it. Kotomi looked over at her laptop and opened up Google Maps. Going with these coordinates gets us near the Okawachi Shrine on the mainland. Okay, right. We need to tell Eri this like right away. This is the lead. You got her number, right? I think I wrote it down somewhere, but it would probably be faster just to run to Suki's office than waiting for me to find it. That's a fair point. Let's go. We got up and left Alison's place. I ran into the geology museum at a breakneck pace that I didn't even know that I was capable of achieving. Eddie! Big news! Eri jumps a little bit. I mean, I guess that makes sense considering I basically just jump scare her. Whoa, 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 calm down, what happened? We have this investigation, and we looked at the video and we decoded it, and we're pretty sure that we have a lead. Eri puts the clipboard she's holding down on a nearby chair. Alright, let's hear it. We think that she probably took a ferry to the mainland around 5, maybe a bit more. There was a time code hidden in the video, and this was a place on the mainland at a specific time. So she probably wanted to be there at that time, I think. The route takes 4.5 hours of just ferry, so it would be a 6 or 7 hour trip. It's obvious if she took it, she was serious about whatever was happening there. She had missed a lot of her ships. Interesting. We are checking to see if she took a ferry. There's an officer dispatched there to check the details. Her bank has less than cooperated, so we are checking to see on the station and whether she was a passenger. They keep records of that stuff? Yeah, something to do with consent form and boarding procedures. I don't think it's stored in a database or anything, but it was just a few days ago, so they shouldn't have filed away the physical record. I can't leave my position here currently, but if you head there yourself, the officers should recognize Kotomi. She's my sister after all. You could probably get the information you need there. Whoa, for real? Thanks! What do you guys think? I've come, but after this, we done. And leaving it up to them, okay? Yeah, sure. I said that, but deep down I knew I was just telling her that to avoid the hassle of arguing with her about it further. It's within the walking system, so let's get going. We left the geology museum once again and follow Kotomi to the terminal. We followed Kotomi to the ferry terminal. It was by no means a large venue. There were just a few benches scattered around for passengers to sit on while waiting. There was an officer standing at the check-in desk, talking to the ferryman. We're here. Okay. Right. Officer. Kotomi walked up to the officer, and I followed her. All that we have, you need to talk to the other terminals to see if she went anywhere else. Understood. Thank you, sir. Your time is appreciated. Once the officer was done talking to the ferryman, he turned around and noticed her. Oh, hello. Nichibosu's sister, right? And Nichibosu's sister's, acquaintance? Ah, right. This is Allison here, and this is... Hey, Mr. Officer, did you find out anything about the Suki stuff? Who are you, exactly? Saturday, the missing girl's sister. Oh, in that case, I can indeed tell you that there was a Suki Tasukare who boarded a ferry to Kagoshima at 14, and she did match what we know of her appearance. Wait, 14? Is that 2 in the afternoon? Or 3? The ferry docked safely at 18, 4 hours later, and we have no reason to believe that she wasn't on it when it did. Great, thank you, sir. 18? What time people just give normal people time? I walked away from the officer and to the desk to talk to the ferryman. He looked up from his newspaper when I got closer. When's the next ferry to Kagoshima departing? We have 2 ferries running in tandem. It should depart around 6:30 if you don't mind waiting a bit. Sudden footsteps behind me indicated that Allison was running over to catch up with me. Saturday! You can't just go out to Kagoshima for this. It's not safe. Please, please, please! Just let the police handle it from here. I turned around and raised my voice. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to do this to Allison, but I felt like letting my emotions down would be way better than holding back. And let my sister stay gone? Do nothing and just let all of this happen? If they fail, if she's gone, I could have done something. It'll be my fault. I can't just do that. Not even try. If I at least try, then it would be okay. Allison seems conflicted on how to respond. This is a missing person, and it looks like we are in way over our head. Deciphering was one thing, but it looks more and more like we are dealing with an organization with real power. We aren't a police force. We're just students. What happens if you get hurt or worse? I don't care. I don't care. You can't understand what I'm going through right now. Suki was the most important person in the world to me, and calm yourself down. Calm yourself down, Saturday. Calm yourself down. Allison doesn't deserve this. She can't be gone. I'm not going to let it happen. But going in without even thinking of the consequences is going to... Before Allison could even finish her sentence, however, a deafening booming sound interrupted our argument. The floor shook beneath us, and neither Allison nor I could speak due to shock. Kotomi rushed over to the window and looked out at the street. No, 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 oh no, oh no, oh no! Allison and I ran up to Kotomi to see what was wrong. What is it? What's happening? Her workplace. The geology place. It's... She didn't have the time to finish before I noticed what was going on. The Tanegashima Geology Museum was entirely set ablaze, covered from top to bottom in horrifying embers. Well, what are we waiting for? We need to make sure that everyone's okay. Come on! I ran out of the ferry terminal and heard Allison shout behind me. Why is your first instinct to run toward the danger? Saturday! There was no time to worry about Allison's thoughts on the matter, and the sound of footsteps notified me that she had Kotomi were following me anyway. Now we just had to get there in time. We ran up to the site of the now aflame Geology Museum. By the time we arrived, you could barely tell what the building even once was. Kotomi rushed up to one of the other detectives and I followed her. What happened here? We smelled smoke and rushed everyone outside. It took maybe 5 minutes before the building was completely aflame. Is everyone okay? Where's my sister? She's still in there. She was the only one we couldn't get out, and... I looked over at Kotomi to see her wearing an expression that I didn't think she was capable of. Pure, unfiltered horror. Kotomi, no! It's not safe! Please don't! I gritted my teeth and curled up my fist. She's already inside. Besides, I think she knows it's not safe. She's trying to save Eri. But why? That's dangerous! And she's normally really clear-headed about that stuff. I guess she just cares a lot. I don't know. Does it really seem like not the time for sitting around and thinking? Saturday. You have that look on your face. Please, don't do this. Shut up! Shut up! Look at this situation. Look around you in the world, Allison, and stop trying to hold me back for once in your life! I turned around so as to see Allison's reaction to my freak out. I was already running inside after Kotomi, into the burning blaze. Saturday! Saturday! God damn it! Where is she? Where did Kotomi go? I ran through a world I could barely see myself, screaming relentlessly in hopes it would yield some kind of result. Kotomi! Kotomi! At that moment, a loud and panicked voice cut through the non-stop embers around me. God! Kotomi! Hang on! I'm coming! God, fucking God, hurry up for fuck's sake! One by one, I threw open doors around me. Due to the flames on all sides, the doors often flung up the hitches without any effort at all. This room? No, not in there! Maybe this one? No, not that one either! Kotomi! Kotomi! Answer me! This time, however, nothing but crackling answered my desperate shout. Kotomi! For the love of God, please answer me! Deep down, I know that running around desperately just hoping someone will answer my shouting isn't going to solve anything. But please! 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 I collapsed to the floor as the burning reality around me creeped into my vision. Oh my God! Oh, Oh my fucking god! I. This is it. I'm going to die here. The fire around me is closing in fast. Holy shit! I'm actually about to die. I don't want to. I don't. I'm not ready yet. I. Come on, why the heck can't I muster up any more energy? Come on! Please, please, someone, come save me. Someone come get me out of here. I'm sorry. Stop traveling on the ground and pick yourself up, dumbass! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get wrapped up in all this. I listen, I'm so sorry. Kotomi, I'm so sorry. I, I, I'm so scared. I, I'm not ready to die, please! I shouted that, but I couldn't even hear my own voice. I'm surrounded by flames on all sides. There's nowhere left. There's nothing left. Heat. The intense heat from all angles. I'm not even on fire yet, and already the burning is indescribable. It hurts so much that I can't even scream. Any strength I had gave way, and everything that I was phased away with it. Media. Despite the circumstances, everything feels cold. I feel like I'm falling endlessly through the space my brain could never begin to comprehend. And when I open my eyes, I can see something beautiful, something that transcends what we can process with our human minds. An aurora of ideas, all intermingling with each other. Ideas of happiness, ideas of excitement, ideas of sorrow, and ideas of anger. In this space, there are no bodies or minds to interpret these ideas, only the space and the ideas themselves. And yes, just as I plunge further to this unknowable space, reality returns. Everything's hard again. I felt my sense return to me. My bodies and mind reconnect as if to punish me for daring hope I could escape the suffering I would be due for within seconds. But reality pursues you until your very end. Right, I'm burning to death. And yet, as the inferno closes in around me, a figure comes into view, a familiar yet forever alien to me. Humanity. Go! I'm not able to muster up many words before I start coughing violently again. Gotomi looked at me as if to say, don't try to speak, without actually saying it herself. She extended her hand, and I understood immediately. I helped her pick up Eri, and together, we staggered towards the exit. Please, just let make it! Please! Just let, please! The door is mere feet away. We stagger slowly with Eri in our arms, but every slow step feels like an entire eternity. Inch by inch, the outside world comes closer and closer, and my senses shut off, and I feel myself falling. I hit the ground and recognize one thing before my consciousness finally cuts out entirely. Saturday! Saturday! The rough jagged feel of the concrete pavement of the precinct parking lot. When I'm finally able to open my eyes again, I see a tiled ceiling. The Tanegashima General Hospitals, in fact. Oh! A nurse entered the room, seemingly noticing that I'm awake. I tried to sit up, but found that I'm still unable to move. Please don't try to strain yourself by getting up and speaking. Just stay laying down. I tried to say something regardless, but my voice escaped me. So it's not like I could disobey even if I wanted to. Instead, I looked at the nurse almost pleadingly, hoping I could convey the message in a non-verbal way. It's okay. I understand. You want to know what happened to your friends, right? I tried to nod, but I'm unable to do that either. So I blink instead to try and imitate it. The nurse looks a little bit confused, but I think she understood. Gotomi and Eri both passed out around the same time you did, according to your friend Allison. You three were all rushed over here by the other detectives that were present when the building caught fire. They had to perform CPR on each of you first, but once your breathing was steady, you were brought here immediately. My eye relaxed at the knowledge that Gotomi and Eri were also resting here. They inhaled quite a bit more smoke than you did, so they are still unconscious, but they'll also be okay. I let out a deep breath in relief. The good news is, now that the three of you inhale enough smoke that treatment goes any further than the oxygen we supplied you while unconscious. Your body will still need some time to recover from being strained, however, so you likely won't be able to move too heavily for a bit still. And even when you'll be able to move, it's probably best you not to, just so that you are not operating on bare minimum body energy. We don't have any nurses on call right now, so I have to go check on the other patients, but please, try and get some more rest. I'll be back, okay? Not like there's much of a way for me to respond. The nurse walked out of the door and closed it behind her, leaving just me and my thoughts alone in this tiny hospital room. I should really try to unlearn what happened inside the building when they caught fire, and why Eri was the only one trapped inside. And also inform Allison that I am safe. She's probably worried sick. And also figure out what the next plan of action is for finding Suki. And I was unable to finish my thought before I realized what the weird feeling in my eyes was. I'm crying. It's nearly midnight, and I've been given permission from the nurse to walk across the hall to Gotomi Seneri's room. I went to go knock on the door, but it was already slightly ajar, so I peek my head in. Can I come in? Saturday! Oh, you are that friend from the room across the hall? Yes, come in, but please don't strain yourself. Of course. Thanks. The nurse left the room and I walked in and sat down. Are you two doing okay? Yeah, mostly. Eri took the worst of it in, so it took her a lot longer to regain consciousness. The nurse had requested her not to speak much so as to not strain her lung at all. Eri nodded. I can't say very short sentences though. Kotomi looked over at me. What about you, Sat? Are you all good? Aside from the fact that my body is still in an evidently weakened state, yeah, I'm fine. I didn't mention my emotional meltdown after the nurse left the room. Ah, thank goodness. It seems we will all be okay soon enough. It might just take Eri a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's going to be alright. Even if this entire situation is just so unfortunate. Now that I look at them, I can definitely see a resemblance of sort. I know for a while that Kotomi dyed her hair a long time ago, but never really asked about her original hair color. But I guess it will probably be brown, or at least closer to Eri's natural hair color than otherwise. Kotomi, how come you never told me that you two were sisters? You never asked? What? I mean, okay, true, but in the half a decade I known you and you never thought to mention it at all? I would have you ask. I guess that's fair enough. We sat in silence for a while longer. Probably close to 10 to 15 minutes until Eri spoke up weirdly. Now that both of you are here, I would like to went over my Hey, don't strain yourself, please. Take your time. Eri takes a few deep breaths in and out and waits a minute before continuing. What happened that led to me being stuck in there? I understand, but how? You can barely speak, and I don't think I need to be the one to tell you it's not a good idea to talk about all that way in this state. Eri takes out her phone and points to it. Give me the network ID. I'll add you to the group chat with Kotomi. Okay, if you say so. My ID is just Saturn no orbit. No spaces, no capital letters. Eri takes a minute, and then I get a friend request and accept it. To confirm both of you can see this, please look up at me and nod. Kotomi and I did as Eri requested. Alright, and both of you can reply, right? Yeah, I can, yeah. Around 4:45 p.m., the rest of the posted investigators left the ship stood under the precinct. I decided to stay behind and kept looking around, however. How come? I was certain that I was missing something. Something about Suki's office seemed different from the last time I was in there, earlier that very same day, so I kept looking. Eventually, I did manage to figure out what seems off to me. All the little figurine statues she kept on the shelf on the left wall were all crowded together in one specific spot on the shelf. Aren't they easily though? She had a lot of those, and that shelf isn't exactly the biggest. Well, yes, but they were arranged in a more crowded space than usual. It's almost unnerving how they were arranged in such a way that they would cover up something, but not be moved enough that it was easy to notice them being closer than usual. So, were they covering up something? Yes. I moved them aside and found a small wooden box. I tried to open it up, but it wouldn't budge. There was a little crank on the side, though. Uh-oh, I can tell where this is going. You think so, right? But I looked all across it, but there was no wire connecting to it or anything. I scanned it with an emission sensor too, and there was no signal or emission coming out of it or into it. Wait, hold on. Emission scanner? Oh, right. It's an experimental tech being tested by investigators across the world. It allows us to check the object for signals of all kinds, like internet connection. That kind of stuff. Ah, I see. Go on. So I twisted the crank on the side and the box opened. There was barely any room to even store anything inside, but there was a tiny little speaker. Wait, hold on. I thought you just said that the emission scanner didn't pick up literally anything. It didn't. It could have been faulty or acting up, but for some reason or another, it didn't pick up the speaker inside. What happened next? So the speaker turned on and started playing a little music box melody. I managed to get out of my phone in time to record the last little bit of melody. Let me upload it. Ari uploaded a file to the group chat. Sure enough, it was a bizarre little music box melody. After that is where everything gets bizarre. Once the melody ends, I hear sudden footsteps and a door locked behind me. So I spin around really fast, but the door is still just as open as it was when I entered, and there isn't anyone there. I went out into the hall to look around, but nothing was changed. None of the doors in the hall had been opened or closed anymore since I was there last either. So so I went back into Suki's room. When I got back, I noticed an image on Suki's monitor that wasn't even there when I left the room to check the hall. What was the image? From what I can recall, it was this rocking horse. It looked like a tiny toy rocking horse. It was really distorted and hard to make out. Did you take a picture of it? I tried to. I went to pull out my phone again, and that's when it happened. The explosion? Yes, but before that, I heard another monitor and the door slamming shut, and I jolted up from looking down at the monitor. And this time the door to Suki's office was closed. I got up to run towards the door, and that's when the explosion went off, and the force blasted the door and knocked me back to the floor with it. After that, I barely remember anything. You were barely conscious when I came into the room and found you. I wouldn't be surprised if you were already unable to make sense of or your remembering your surroundings at that point. After Eri was done explaining, the three of us tried to think of possible explanation for what happened. But the reality of the matter is, there weren't nearly enough clues to go off of in order to figure out any kind of meaningful conjecture. After a while though, Eri jolted up a little bit. I just remembered something that I'm not sure how I forgot. What is it? Kotomi, can you check the pocket on my jacket? I can't exactly move my arm super well currently. Sure. Kotomi got up from her bed and ran her hand through Eri's jacket. Eventually, she seemed surprised and pulled something small out. Wait, is that? Yes, it's the wooden box with a speaker in it. I completely forgot that I put it in my pocket when I went to go check the hallway. Kotomi handed me the wooden box and went to lie back down on her bed. I took a good look at the box. It was even smaller than I thought it was from Eri's description, being small enough that I could hold it flat in my palm. Just like Eri said, there was no way to open it other than the small metal crank on the inside, and I wasn't about to take that risk. I was about to hand it back to Kotomi when I noticed something about the bottom. Hang on! Is the bottom of this box, like, indented? What do you mean? Like, I can't run my finger along with it and it dips down at a certain point. It's really hard to see because the indentation is extremely small. Hang on a minute, Eri, did you have a pen anywhere in the coat? I should. Feel free to check my pockets. I got up on my seat and walked over to Eri's bed and searched her pockets. Yeah, there was indeed a small pen in one of them. Okay, perfect. This will work. Let me see. I put the box top down on the desk between the two hospital beds and ran the tip of the pen through the small indented part of the bottom face of the box. By the time I was done, there were clear letters written out. What does that say? Second Shrine.png? Yeah, looks like it. Is some kind of file name then? I don't think I need to explain what a PNG image is. Yeah, but I'm not sure what this usage is. We can't really get anything from just a file name, can we? The room went silent again. I sat back down in the chair, and eventually the nurse came in. Hey, you free? Sorry it's Saturday, but I need to run an oxygen test on these two just to make sure that everything's okay. Is it alright if I ask you to go back to your own room? Yeah, not at all. Sorry. Give me a sec. I stood up slowly and walked to the door. We'll have time to figure out that weird finding thing once we are all here and matter, okay? Sad? Yeah. Rest well, you two. I closed the door behind me and walked back to my own room across the hall. Laying back down my bed, I realized I should probably talk to Allison, so I took out my phone to message her. Hey, Allie. Ah! Saturday! You okay? Hardly. I can barely get up and walk. I'll be okay though. I'm resting. Please, don't put any stress on the body right now. I'm just glad you're okay. Don't put yourself back under stress. Yeah. Thank you though, genuinely. Where are you right now? Wondering if you can pop over to the hospital to talk for a bit? I'm at home, but I can come out there. I'll just be a bit. Takes a while to go from one side of the ice to the other. That's fine. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I'll let you know when I'm coming over. Okay. I'm not sure how well she's going to take the decision I'm about to make, but I know it's what I needed to. Hey! Oh, Saturday! You scared me. I had no idea you were there. Well, yeah, that's why I say hey! Now you know I'm here. Psst. That's true. Anyway, why are you here? It's long past 9. Well, you know how you are going with your parents to Tanegashima in a few months? Of course. I mean, I'm moving on to an island. I hope I would remember that. Yeah. Anyway, so there's a small but definitely possible chance that Suki is going to be moving out there for work next year. So, yeah? Come on! You don't get it? I might move out with her! To Takegashima! What? For real? Really? Well, that seems kind of sudden, doesn't it? How so? I mean, I hadn't heard anything about this before, and you know I'm going to be moving down south for months now. How come this is popping up now? Well, two reasons. First off, I didn't introduce the idea to my parents until really recently, and it's still not totally locked in, but like I can definitely convince them. And second off, I wanted to surprise you. We get to spend our high school year together. Isn't that great? I mean, of course it is. But Saturday. What's up, Ali? You got that serious look in your eye. You're doing the thing. It's just I'm not opposed to the idea. I just don't want you to, like, I guess, adjust the entire life around me. You shouldn't have to follow me forever. Is that what you think? Huh? Listen, this isn't me making a choice that I'm not 100% up for. It's something that I feel like I needed to do. But it's also something that I want to do. If my path and yours end up separating down the line, then that's just life. I made up my mind. The only thing left to be seen yet is where it leads me. I said those words then too. I wonder, did I mean them in that same way? I can't help but feel that's when I started to realize those feelings. Hello? May I come in? I opened my eyes. I listened at the hospital room's entrance. The nurse looked over and smiled. Of course, she's just resting now. Allison stepped inside the room, and the nurse stepped out and closed the door. Despite the fact that this is the first time Allison has seen me since the incident at Suki's workplace, both of us just kinda sit in silence for a long time. Eventually, Allison broke the silence. I'm so sorry. I look over, surprised. What? For what? You haven't done anything wrong. Maybe if I stopped you from going in, then this wouldn't have happened. She gestured at the hospital bed and the oxygen monitor beside it. Hey, come on, Ali. Don't let yourself get trapped in that spiral now. It's not even remotely your fault, okay? If anything, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I I was too stubborn and didn't listen to you when you were clearly just looking out for my safety. And now I caused you so much worry and Alison walked over to the side of the bed and put her hand on mine. It's okay, Saturday. I promise. I'm sorry. I just really glad that you're okay now. You could never tell due to the immense strength Alison had over her own voice. But even without looking at her, I could tell she was crying. At least a bit. Eventually, she seemed to realize that she was still holding my hand and ran back to the chair on the other side of the room embarrassingly. Have you been resting much? As much as I can, between them checking my O level and moving about. Okay, that's really good to hear, at least. Please continue to take it easy, even when you get discharged, okay? Yeah. Promise? I looked down, ashamed, knowing that what about was to tell her was no better than flat out saying no, I won't do that. Actually, I have something I need to tell you about that. Yeah? I could tell immediately that she was worried. Here goes nothing, I guess. I decided. That's when I'm discharged and have taken a few days to rest. I'm going to go to the mainland and try to find my sister myself. There was a short silence. I couldn't bring myself to look over at Allison, so I have no idea the expressions she had on her face in that moment. Uh, uh. There was another long silence where neither of us said anything. Suddenly, I felt something brush against my side and looked over to see Allison burying her head in my hand. Why? Why you need to be like this? For the first time since I'd known her, I could hear her sobbing through her words. Why you feel like you need to be the hero? Like you need to throw yourself into danger over and over again. I don't understand. It's not that. It's just, I know. I know that you're scared for Suki, and that you just don't want to show it. And Allison, I'm scared, Saturday. I'm so incredibly scared, both for her and you, because I know you're just not being honest and about how much she is tearing you up inside, and I don't think you ever even being fully honest with yourself. Allison, you keep throwing yourself into a reckless situation. I am so mortified that you're going to get hurt or die, or that I don't know. I'm going to lose you in some way. Ali? Yes? I'm not going anywhere. I promise that you are not going to lose me. But this is something that deep down, I feel like I need to do. There's an answer waiting for out there for me for all about this. I'm certain. I just need to find it. I understand that you're worried about me, and the fact that I have someone that cares about me that much in my life means so much to me. But I promise you, it's okay. I can look after myself. I looked directly into Allison's eye. There were tears all over her face. I'm coming with you. I sat up, surprised. You what? Listen, I don't like this idea. Nothing will make me like this idea. But the least you can do is let me come along as a second set of cautious eyes. It's just, I'm not opposed to the idea. I just don't want you to, I guess, adjust your entire life around me. You shouldn't have to follow me forever. Allison seemed surprised at what I said, yet there was immense sadness behind her eyes. But I couldn't tell why. But then, she stood up. Saturday, this isn't me making a choice that I am not 100% up for. If you feel like you need to go to the mainland, then I feel like I need to come with you. Because let me get one thing straight. This is not satisfying. This is not a conclusion. How do you mean? I don't follow. If you want to play the protagonist, then you are going to have to prove you can be. And that means accepting when things are out of your depth. So I ask you, do you think that following this clue you found is what the universe is telling you to do? Was I really making the right choice? Or was Allison's is the right one? Maybe I was getting too far beyond what I could handle. Maybe it would be better if I took a step back and let the professional handle it. And yet, I am certain. I still answered the way I did. Then you need to understand that to do this purely alone is a suicide mission. You need to be able to rely on others, to open up about how you're really feeling. Or before long, you find yourself burned up again with nowhere left to run. Harsh? Maybe. But that's how life is. The Allison I saw before me was like nothing I ever seen from her before. And yet, I could tell that this was truly her, and that all of this were purely from a place of genuine caring. I smiled. Then they settled. We traveled together. Allison forced a smile. I could tell that she was still worried. And to tell the truth, I was still worried too. Horrified even, of what I might be getting myself into. But it felt like the path I'd chosen was the right one. Allison left the room smiling, but I still saw incredible sadness behind her grin. The reason for this still eludes me, and if I noticed this back then, this story may have turned out very differently. In a room across the hall, a detective and her sister rest and recover from a horrific brush with death. In the hall itself, a confused and conflicted young woman finds herself at a crossroad on how to feel. And far, far away, across the sea, and below the grounds of the southern shrine, a figure fades into view. A young adult woman appears in the atrium. To some, she may be known as Suki. In the center of a large open space sits a massive machine, rumbling and chugging along to a seeming never end. The woman approaches it. Another, taller woman steps out from behind the wall of the atrium. I figured I'd find you here. What do you want? You are the last person I want to see right now. Just enjoying the fruit of my efforts. They made it out of the museum alive. It's past Lock P. Don't give me that shit. I'm tired of you playing hero with danger you created. And what, may I ask, do you plan to do? I plan to divert to Lock 2 right here, right now, by striking you down where you stand!